That's a creative name.
Eventually, she'll get rid of that man, the Saruman. I don't know why. I don't know how. I don't know why.
I don't know why. I don't know how. I don't know why.
I'm aware of a reason, but I don't know why. Or if it would be able to be happening. Anyway, I'm wasting time.
Yes, we need to execute this, and we need to execute this now.
Rohan men retreat north.
Orders to people.
So they'll be like here, and they will retreat north.
You want to send them north?
And
Straight up north.
Yeah. That will be our scapegoat. Go north.
Go north. You want the Rise of Rohan to go north?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Try to go out this way.
If we need to retreat, yes. If we need to retreat.
Well, they can't go across there because it's barricaded.
Can't they just run that way?
Oh, they can run that way. Yeah, that's fine. The next stop is Rivendell.
I mean.
That's Egrian.
Sorry.
Egrian's up there.
Going towards Rivendell, I meant. That's their retreat.
Egrian and Rivendell, yeah, up that way.
Okay.
Yeah, Egrian and Rivendell.
Okay, that will be their retreat point. That will be our retreat point as well, so we can rendezvous with them there.
Okay.
Okay, we can certainly try.
We need the scout watch team to be here to be ready to do that, as well as anybody that does fight here to go this way when the team, if we see a Saruman team come this way.
Okay, is anybody attacking the orcs?
The soldiers. We're gonna have at least...
We need a distraction at least.
70 to drag the orcs out from here.
Okay, 70 to launch an attack on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then have a backup waiting probably
further
back.
Okay.
To wait until they're engaged in fighting.
Right.
And to wait for some time before engaging so that they have an advantage. They need to look like an equal team that the orcs would go for. They'd be like, one-on-one kind of fight.
Okay.
And then they'll realize it's like 2-on-1 kind of fight, and then have the probably the 60 left to wait. We have 200 men, 60, so that's 160. 100 of those men to
140.
Okay, so 60 men drag out orcs, 100 men wait in line to fight with the 60. The other 60 will wait and scout behind to scout the south.
We have 40.
There's the 40. It's going down.
So 60, 100, 40.
Yes.
Okay.
I can't do math today. I could do math last week. I couldn't do math today. Can't do math today.
Right. Okay.
There you go. I hope you understood all that, because that's Zelly not being able to explain properly.
Oh, good lord.
This is the exact same plan I'm going to say to the men as well, so that will save time in terms
You
of
explain that to the men. You want one group to try and draw the orcs out, one to stand by to give reinforcements, and another small group to just shoot off north somewhere.
Not to shoot up north, to watch the south.
What is south?
Warn the other two groups.
Yeah.
Warn the other two.
Horns, I guess.
Oh my god.
Do they have horns with them?
Yeah, they'll have horns. They'll have signaling horns.
Yeah, so do the signaling horn for if you see any small groups of like orcs, wargs, the like any backups that will come from behind. If you see any of them, just warn immediately and
break off the
do not engage them.
Okay.
Probably start retreating north.
Okay. As soon as they hear the horns,
I don't want them to engage.
Everybody races north. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
So I guess I won't need a flare. If you ever see a flare, go north too.
Okay. What will you be doing?
Checking the behind. I'm gonna be in this small team. Me, only this little person, Azabi, and we'll be going into the depths of the city.
Okay.
Check check how many civilians are there, and if they were, just check civilians.
By what means are you going to the middle of the city? By what means?
How are you getting there?
Yeah, that's what he wants to know. What's your
A route.
He means by on
south.
foot or on transport, you silly Billy.
Oh, a route.
What
Half
me-
on foot,
what
the
means
rest
you to
by
get
boats
there?
across the river.
Okay.
That's what.
Yay.
If you let me finish, I was saying I routes to go by foot and then by water, by boat.
Okay, alright, so you're going to make your way to the, down to the docks.
when we get to the other side, same thing.
Would I be able to hear the horn from the middle, right? If they do signal horn?
If they blow it very very loudly, then yeah, you might be able to hear it. You don't know what the state is north of the barricade. I mean, it could be noisy, it could be under attack, it could be on fire. You haven't got a clue yet. You're not really sure.
No.
Well, of where? I'm not sure of this entire thing.
Yeah, north of the barricade. Yeah. You don't know if it's
I'm
empty.
aware of here, and there are people here.
Yeah, you're aware of that
It must
bit.
be
I'm saying that,
fine.
yeah, you're aware of that bit. Yeah, I'm saying that anything north of that, you're not really sorting off.
I just know from what people told me.
Yeah. Okay, so you give them that kind of instructions to the soldiers. The soldiers split themselves up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 160.
60 and 40 just hanging there.
There you go. Does that look like a plan to you? Yeah.
Does that look like a plan to you? Oh my god. Okay, alright, so you give your instructions to the troops. Yes, the 60 are going to draw out the orcs, the 100 is standing by on ready, and the 40 are just watching the surrounding area, making see if any reinforcements arrive. If anything does happen, if the situation does change, you give them instructions to blow their horns and to congregate and just head north into South Egrion. Yeah?
Yeah.
Along the river. Okay, in the meantime, what you're going to do is you, Obi, and Zabi are going to try and infiltrate the south bank and then try and take a boat and get across the river to the central island areas.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
Right. Theo.
Yes.
That took longer than I wanted, sorry.
Freya has lit the flowers. Lit the flowers.
No, you done it wrong, Freya.
Lit the flowers. she's lit the fire, the main fire kind of thing in the grand hall area. She lit that fire. She lit a couple of the other fires as well.
Sorry, I have to say that's a nice Freudian slip there.
Yeah.
Let the flowers and put out the fires.
For other fires. So she's gone around and she's done that kind of thing. She's been warming the house up. She is stoking, fueling a stove as well. On the understanding that you probably want to cook some food.
Is it like what sort of timing am I looking at? Early morning?
It's early morning. Yeah, it's somewhere between 8 and 9.
Okay. How long does it take to get to that pub?
It only takes about 10-15 minutes.
Okay. I'm gonna say that I'll be back later on. I'll just gonna go and look at that pub.
Oh!
What?
Yes, I'm just gonna go to the grey barrel.
The grey ivies.
Ivy, that's it.
The ivies.
Grey
The ivies. Yeah. Okay. So you leave the manor house. You take the small side street, kind of out of the village, kind of thing, back onto the east-west road, and you're heading towards the grey ivies. It doesn't take you long to get there. Again, it hasn't changed an awful lot in the last 24 hours. You get to it, it's very run down, it's boarded up. One of the doors seem to be hanging off on a hinge.
Hanging off the hinge. It wasn't on the hinge when I arrived.
Yeah, you can notice that one of the doors is just hanging off a hinge kind of thing.
Okay, well, try to go in there.
Okay, you open the door very carefully. Look inside, it's barren, it's a bit ransacked. You can make out the area what used to be a bar area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's still you can still occupy it. You can still move around inside it. It's just a lot of people. It looks like it hasn't been used in probably 15 to 20 years.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just gonna look around, see what I find in there. See what's
Okay.
like, how much I think I need to repair it. What I might need to look at rebuilding on it.
Rebuilding on it.
Yeah, like this bar broken in half with a table still in there.
You go inside and you can see there's a few floorboards that are loose. The bar itself needs, could do for a good bit of replacement as well. Some of the windows are broken. Yeah.
Okay. Right. It's only a single floor building, isn't it? It's
No,
not.
it's 3 floors.
Or is it? Is there a cellar?
There is a small cellar. It's not huge. It's not like the full width of the building kind of thing. There's a small cellar.
Can I have a look down there?
Sure. Let's just get the maps up. And the Great Ivies Tavern. There we are. It's called the Inn of the Grey Ivies. Okay, Inn of the Grey Ivies, yes. You're entering in the main front door area. Oh, man. Okay. The main front door area is this area here. Okay.
I see.
Yes, the main front door area is this area here.
Okay. So this is where the bar is it?
Yeah. That area that you're pointing at now, that's the tavern area.
Okay.
Yep. Just off from that on the left hand side is behind the bar itself is a doorway that leads into a dining room.
Okay, so they had like meals here then? Or?
Yeah, they serve meals, dinners. So a lot of travellers go up and down the road, the east-west road between Edras and Minas
Next room?
Looks like some kind of it's like a servant's quarters. It's the occupational area for the barkeeper, the cook, his family, and for 2 maids.
Okay. And the little room at the end, or?
That looks like it's a pantry of some sort. It's got an outdoor connection, like that. Also goes down into the cellar.
Okay, I'll come back to that then. That's where the cellar is. I'll go to the other side. Is it the same sort of thing?
That looks like it is a kitchen area.
Okay. So probably where they're prepared with food. And this bit here, is that the same sort of room? Kitchen-y?
Yeah, it looks like it's like a kind of like a pot room, like storeroom kind of thing, a washing room.
Okay. Are these stairs?
They are stairs.
Okay. Are they going up or down?
There's a central staircase that goes up.
Okay, so the only way to the cellar would have been this bit over here, yeah?
Yeah, from the outside.
I'll go to the cellar first.
Okay, you make your way around the outside of the building. Down the side of the building, you can see that as you go down the side of the building, you can see that there's a huge, massive stone chimney breast kind of thing, that like big, tall chimney protruding from the side of the building. You go past that, there's a few big hawthorn bushes that seem to have grown up in the foundations, under the foundations, and up against the wall. Go around the corner, and you can see there's a staircase that goes down. It doesn't go down very far. Yeah. But it goes down to a small, like a cellar door. It's more like an archway. It looks like it's had a door attached to it at some time in the past. You can still see the hinges and still see the door frame, but there's no door there anymore.
Yeah.
And you can see it's underneath. It goes to an area underneath the pantry. And you can see that there's the old wine barrels, beer barrels, some cases of wine. Looks like they haven't been served in considerable length of time. It's a little damp, it's cold, it's a bit foisty down there. But it's definitely
there is,
underneath
like, ale down there though, yeah?
Yeah, there is ale down there. But you're definitely underneath the pantry.
Okay.
You can see they see the pantry floor above you. Pantry floor is a stone floor.
Okay. Once if I look round in the cellar, then I will go up to the second floor.
You make your way back around to the front of the building again. You go into the main entrance, which is the open tavern area. There's lots of round tables, some stools, some chairs, and things like that. Some of them look like they've been broken, or they've been pushed to one side, or been moved around. Some have fallen over and haven't been put like upright. Making up the staircase, and you get to the top of the staircase, you can see that there is a landing with private rooms.
Okay, this would be like the inny
Yeah,
part.
the inn part. So yeah, the inn part.
Okay, so I just make my way through the corridor to pretty much each individual room. We'll start with this corner here, and then we'll just work our way down.
They're all pretty much almost the same in square sizeage, but these are private innkeepers' rooms. Yes. They accommodate between 1 and 4 people.
Yeah, if that's everything on this floor, I'll go to the next floor.
Yeah, there is a door at the end of that corridor. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go and have a look through it then.
That is the private bedrooms of the innkeeper's house.
Okay, so this bit here, yeah.
The innkeeper's quarters. So here, the innkeeper, the owner, who used to be somebody called Leofric. Yeah,
Okay.
Leofric was the last innkeeper, and he lived there with his wife, Eris.
Okay.
Yeah, and they had 2 daughters, and that was their private rooms.
And they've been in the room, or has it all been left?
It's been left pretty much the way it was. Again, it was like it's very similar in standard and in quality as that you found in the manor house. Just like people just disappeared.
Okay. Any books or papers or anything like that?
There's no books or papers here. This is not a place of education or learning or play or anything like that. This is just an innkeeper with his family just running an inn, a tavern, on the east-west road, but just seems to have been abandoned.
I will go to the next floor.
You go up to the next floor. Yeah, you go up to the next floor, and that floor 3, is almost the same as where it is on floor 2. These are again private rooms, but they seem to be for the upper class members of the public that want to stay. So you've got like first class and second class. Second class is on the second floor, and first class is on the top floor. And these are more specialised, well catered and better furnished kind of rooms. More for the wealthy traveller.
Right. Okay. No worries. And again, there's nothing like with papers or anything like that.
There's no papers or anything like that. It's pretty much the way it was. There's nothing to suggest who stayed there or who'd stopped there or who was living there or wherever. Well, you know who's living there formerly, but
yeah, but nothing's been used.
Nobody's been used for quite a while. Yeah.
just making notes then of what needs repairs, what needs to be maintained.
Yeah.
What needs to be, like,
Seems to be like
on.
There seems to be an awful lot of information that relates to who the last occupancies were. Yeah, but there's nothing leading to why they're no longer there.
No, that's the same with the entire town. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll leave that place then.
Okay.
I'm going to then go head towards the apple orchard.
Okay, head over to the apple orchard. Doesn't take you long to get the apple orchard.
Yeah, just look for all the trees with apples. Hopefully they're actual apples.
Yeah, there's some apple trees there. There's some apples on them. There's apples all over the floor as well. You can see there's apples that should have been picked and didn't get picked, and they're falling onto the floor. Kind of like a mushy, squishy.
Are there apples on the trees still then? Or...
There's still a few apples on the trees.
Can I pick one that looks ripe?
Yeah, they're well ripe. Yeah, they're well ripe. You're into winter now, so yes, they are well ripe.
Okay, I'll pick one.
Yeah.
Bite into it. Lose 10 hit points.
Now you bite into it. It's well ripe. It's bitter.
Okay. Now, will I say it's meant to be used as a cooking apple?
Most of these apples will be used for cooking apples, or they will be used to make cider.
Okay. Can I look in the actual house then, the building?
Again, it's a simple small dwelling. There is a cider press which seems to be outside. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There's some barrels, which you assume that's where the apple juice is stored and fermented.
Over apple juice or cider?
There's still the apple juice and cider, like apple cider in the barrels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is the barrel corked, sealed?
It's got like a small little wooden cap on it.
Can I turn it and see what it comes out like?
It runs. It smells of really acidic apples.
Okay.
Yeah, it's darker. It's like a darker brown in colour, much darker than normal.
Yep. No worries. Okay, I will leave that then. I want to then head over towards the watermill.
Okay, make a short journey over to the watermill.
Yep. Just have a look at sort of before I go even in the house, I can.
Mm-hmm.
I want to look at the wheel itself and see what it looks like. If it's broken, if it's just rusted, or if it's just been blocked up.
It looks as if it's just blocked up. It looks like some because the stream itself flows down from the mountains.
Yep.
Yeah, and it flows eventually down into the Entwash area. Yes, into the river that flows down from Fangorn. But like nobody's maintained this or kept it clear or anything like that. There's a few branches and a couple of trees and some logs and things like that seem to have jammed their way underneath the water wheel itself, and have broken several of the panels that causes it to turn. The mechanism, as you look around inside, seems to be okay and seems to be functional and seems to be clean. It's used for grinding corn.
Okay. And that'd be for where the field is over here. All this big...
Yes, that's supposed to be a corn. So, yeah, you can see it looks like it did grow corn once over. Now it seems to grow a combination of corn, flowers, thistles, weeds, grass, everything.
I'm going to head back to my manor house, but I want to pass the...
That's a brewery. It's like a small brewery.
Is it? Where's the metalwork place?
The metalwork is this building here.
Oh, okay. I want to head towards there then.
Head towards the smithy.
I'll go to the brewery first.
You got the brewery, and again, it is a fermentation centre.
Okay. Anyone living there? Anyone working there?
There's nobody working there or living there. There's two huge barns.
Okay. Cool. And then I leave that place. I will then go back to the smithy.
That's a blacksmith's. It's well equipped. Its forges have not been seen a lot of heat in the last 10-15 years.
Okay.
Yes. Some of the tools are rusted, being out in the weather and the cold. Yeah.
Do we have anyone there, looking at thinking they might work here, or?
Not at the moment.
Okay. Is it just the smithy, or is it a house and smithies?
It's a smithy in a house.
Is there anyone in the house?
Yeah, there's a guy. He's kind of got like he's got short white hair, and he's got like a handlebar moustache and a short goatee white beard. Yeah. Quite.
I give him a leather outfit.
Quite a big guy. Quite a short, stubby, but quite muscular. Yeah.
Okay.
And he's living at the house at the moment, and he is. You notice what he's doing is he's repairing some of the roof tiles.
Oh, cool. He's getting on work already. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's repairing some of the roof tiles. He's clearing the gutters. They got like there's grass and weeds and that growing out of the gutters. Some of the roof tiles have come off, so he's clearing all that kind of stuff.
Can I ask him what his name is?
Yep.
Is he on the roof? Is he actually on the roof?
He's on the roof at the moment. Yeah, he's
is there a way for me to climb up the roof as well?
No, no, it's only a single-story building. None of these are multi-story buildings.
Cool. Okay, now I'll just go up to him
then. His name's Rick.
All right, there, Rick. So I can see you've already starting to get away with doing the work in that. I do have a question though. Have you worked a blacksmith before?
He's done a bit.
Do you know what you need to make it run?
Well, he needs wood, coal, or he needs some fuel or something like that. Yeah.
So what was it that you did beforehand then?
He was a farrower. Me shoot horses.
Okay.
Rohan. Horses.
Yeah. Any good with actual crafting?
No, he didn't do any crafting. He basically just did custom shoe sizes for horses.
Okay. So I can see you're doing the rooftop here. Yeah. Do you know what you're doing?
He's just clearing it off. There's an awful lot of moss build up on top of the roof tiles.
Mhm.
Yeah. And he's just clearing them off. He's also straightening some of the stones, the flagstones and the flat stones around the chimney pots, and that have kind of come loose. And he's just putting them into better position, trying to seal them up, a bit of mortar. He's clearing the guttering as well. He's not like doing anything like recreating a roof or anything like that. No. He's just tidying it up a bit. Just needs a good tidy.
He knew how to actually lay a tile.
Not really, just one on top of the other.
Okay. So, well, I'm going to be asking people what their sort of specialist jobs were and what they did, and if they can help out around town. So, if there's anything you think you can help out around town, please, while we're getting up and running, please try to offer your services.
No, he will. So it's going to take a little while. It's going to take a few months for this village to be like up to.
Oh yeah.
Scratch.
Yeah,
it's going to take a few months. Yeah.
Was the panels of the wheel metal or wood? I forgot to ask.
Wooden panels.
Wood. Okay.
Yeah, it's wooden bucket panels. Yeah.
Now, would they need to be? Because I didn't really ask details, but do they need metal rods to hold the panel in, or are they just slots in the wood?
They just slot in, just like tongue and groove kind of things. Yeah, they just slot in there. But you need to be able to acquire some timber somehow.
Yeah, I know, I realise. Okay, and I'm just going to say to him, I'm just going to have a look around in the smithy, okay?
Is that okay?
And I just want to have a little poke around and see what sort of materials and tools.
Poke around, you spend a little time just poking around. You've gone around the village, you've had a look around. And
I didn't see any woodworker people around here, any like woodworking buildings, did I?
No woodworking buildings, no.
Okay. But yeah, I just want to see if he has any ore in there, if he has got any weapons or any tools that have been used.
There's no weapons, but he does have things like tongs and a hammer and an anvil and just the basics.
Okay.
Yeah.
No worries, and then I'm just going to head back to my manor house and have some food.
Okay, you make your way back to your manor house. Dylan Trust.
Yes.
You've been going for a few hours again. Yeah, haven't passed anybody, but you can see Carlost just up ahead. It's about 30 minutes off. You can see Carlost. You have just like you're approaching the Inn of the Grey Ivies. Yeah. And you can see it's a fairly run-down, abandoned. It's still standing. It's still quite nice. It's a comfortable place to stay, but it's unoccupied. It's cold as well. You see, it's a cold building. There's no fires on or anything like that. There's no warmth coming from the building.
Do I see any people?
No, you don't see any people. No.
Okay, I travel on like I can like move along upper like where's the grey ivies? Is it this building here?
No, this building here. It's a small little.
Oh, okay. Can I see this kind of like hamlet area here?
You can see it. You can see it further down the road. It's about 15 minutes further on from the Grey Abbey's to Kalos village
Okay,
itself.
well I move on from the Grey Ivies towards.
You go past the Grey Ivies and you can see it's like quite a substantial 3-story building. It must have had some interesting visitors over its existence. Yeah. After 15 minutes or so, you arrive on the outskirts of Kalos.
Huzzah!
Yeah.
Do I see any people when I get to Kalos?
It's just before lunchtime now, like mid-afternoon to lunchtime-ish.
Yes.
You see a few people moving around. It looks like everybody's kind of busy, like clearing something, moving something, or carrying something outside of their house and putting it outside. Yeah?
Yeah. I head over to the nearest person and I just say hello.
Okay. The first person you go up to is a middle-aged woman. Yeah.
Not to disturb you or anything, miss, but I've been traveling for a very, very long time, and I just wish to know, is this the town of Kalos?
She says, "What's left of it?"
Thank you.
You can see she's putting up a washing line. She's putting up a washing line. She's hanging out some clothes on the washing line.
Okay. Did you come here recently?
Yeah.
Were you led by a Rohirrim commander?
Yeah. The Earl of Grey Ivies, or the Lord Commander, he's in the manor house over there, and she points over in this direction to a very large single-story building, with a big forecourt in front of it.
Okay. My horse has been, well, obviously I've been traveling by this horse for a very, very long time, and before he heads back to his place of origin, he's going to need some rest and water and possibly food. Do you know if you have it? Well, does this settlement have any food or water to spare for a horse?
Well, there's a river.
Yeah.
As for food, you can ask around. She's not really certain because she's just got there herself, and she's been concentrating on straightening up the house that she's taking possession of at the moment.
Okay. Do you mind if I ask your name, Miss, or Madam, or whatever?
Her name's Enola.
Okay. Well, thank you, Enola. My name is Dylan Trust. I wish you well in any of your endeavours, and if you need me, just come find me. I should not be hard to find. I'll probably be the only elf in the village.
Okay.
She
kind of like just pegs out another shirt and trousers on the line.
Okay. So I head towards the manor house, and as I'm doing so, I kind of put down my hood.
Okay.
And kind of move my hair so that anyone can literally see that I'm an elf.
Put down your hood and you move towards the manor house.
Okay. Do I see anybody that I know by the time I get to the manor house?
Not really.
God damn it. Is there anybody around the manor house?
No, looks fairly quiet around the manor house. The door's closed.
Well, is there anybody on the outside of it?
No, it's not guarded or anything like that. It's just a very large, elaborate building, bigger than the houses that are around.
Okay, before, like, I get off the horse, I look for the nearest person. I don't know if it will be Enola again, or...
There's a few people moving around, but like I say, they are fixing fences and fixing walls and things like that.
Okay. I just called to the nearest person. Excuse me, sir, madam.
The guy puts a piece of dry stone onto the wall and turns around, kind of like dusts his hands off. He says, what is it?
This horse will most likely head back to Woldview, but if you could see to it that it gets some form of food before it even leaves this area, I very muchly greatly appreciate it. I know that you're busy, and I know that you have things to do, but this horse has travelled an extremely far and long distance. And I just want to see to it that it doesn't die upon returning.
Yeah. He says, well, he's fairly certain the horse is more than capable of being able to take care of itself.
Well, I don't doubt that, sir, as you probably know more about horses than I do. I just want to make sure that it doesn't die, because if it does, I'm going to owe somebody some money. Yeah, just please make sure it's fed before it leaves this area.
He says he'll see what he can do.
Okay, thank you, sir. As I ask him that, I just kind of start to get off of the horse.
Okay, you start to get off the horse.
And when I hit the ground, I head towards the front of the horse with my hands still on the reins and pet it and say, and just tell it thank you very much. You're an outstanding, amazing horse.
Okay,
I hope to come across you again sometime soon.
Okay, the horse kind of like shakes his head, like rolls his head side to side, kind of thing. Lowers it and then raises his head again. Okay.
The horse understood what I said.
Well, as far as you know concerned, yeah.
Oh shit, that's scary. Yeah, they breed their horses smart in Rohan. After that, I just kind of hand the reins off to the man that I was talking to, and say, please just do what you can to take care of this horse. It's awesome.
He'll see what he can do. He takes the reins and he kind of takes it off between some of the houses, moves it over, like round the corner kind of thing. You're not sure where it's going.
Okay, is there any other people around about?
Not really. There's a guy fixing a fence.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to the guy who's fixing the fence.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say to him, so this is Kalos then. What can you tell me about this area?
Well, he hasn't been here very long. He's only just arrived.
Well, what do you know prior, like, to coming here?
It's a small little village on the east-west road between Minas Tirith and Edoras. One of the many stops along the road.
Okay.
No different to anywhere else.
Okay, I need to have a small stop here, because I just need to clarify something. Was Dylan Trask around when we heard about the forest in this area being kind of dark? Was that something said in his presence?
Probably not. You were in the wall.
No, because
No.
from what I remember, Theo was,
Oh, okay. Because I
alone.
I just wanted to make sure of that, because I was going to ask about the forest, and then I was like, oh, do I actually know about the forest?
There's a forest there. There's also a river, and there's a road, and an apple trees, and bushes and lots of grass, but the village itself is abandoned. Yeah, it's been abandoned for a while.
I asked the person that I'm talking to, why was the village abandoned initially?
They don't know. They don't know. Just like there used to be people that live here, then something happened and people don't live there anymore. And now they've come along and...
What happened then? Like, what was the thing that happened?
We don't know.
Nobody knows.
Is there anybody who might know that is in the area?
I mean, not lives in the area, but the only people that do know what happened is the people that used to live here.
Maybe that's the commander. I don't know.
Such random NPCs.
So the commander brought them here. This is the place he was told to straighten up and sort out and all the rest of it. This is his reward for saving everybody at the Battle of Ilian. So, you know, go speak to him. He might know something we don't.
Has there been any other travelers other than myself come to this area?
Not in the last day.
Okay. Sorry to disturb you, Sarah. I'll leave you to your work.
He goes back to fixing his fence.
I'm gonna take a little walk around before going into the actual manor house, or even attempting to go there.
Okay.
Sorry, just writing a quick note. Can I see, like, the apple orchard or anything from where I am?
You can see the apple orchard, you can see various houses around, you can see, like, kind of like a very run-down blacksmith. A very large, well-looked-after manor house. A couple of barns out the back of the houses, kind of thing. What resembles something a bit like a watermill on the river, and a farmstead with some various farm land, although it looks like it's very poorly maintained. Farmland or former farmland on the far side of the river, and then beyond that a wood and some trees and
wooden trees. Okay, I head over to the apple orchard first.
Okay, you make your way back out of the courtyard of the manor house, back along the small trail and towards the apple orchard.
Now this is probably where I'm gonna have to make a movement maneuver. Trees.
Don't break my trees.
Don't break your trees.
Don't dare break my trees.
He said, "Don't you dare break my trees."
I'm not intending to break them. I'm intending to climb them.
Don't break them as you climb. Basically.
No. So I do a little bit of tree limbing here. I just see a tree and think, oh, thank God.
They're apple trees. They're not massive trees. They're just small trees.
I don't care. I don't care. They're trees. I just decide to run up into one of them and pick out an apple. You know, I don't mind that there's apples on the ground. Somebody else can pick them up. I'm not picking them up. I just want one right from the tree.
From the top.
Okay.
Yep.
Grab an apple from the tree. It's overripe.
I don't care.
Okay.
It's like, apple, tree, yes.
Okay.
And as I pick this apple, I sit down on one of the sturdier branches and just kind of start to eat the apple. I don't care that it's too sour.
It's the branches are not thick. They're apple tree branches. But you can manage to sit yourself on one of the branches, like in the fork of the trunk of the tree. Yeah.
So I just sit myself down, eat the apple, and
eat the apple. The apple's very bitter.
I don't care.
Okay.
I haven't been eating much in the last couple of days, so I'm just sitting in the tree, quite content, eating the apple, watching what's going on around me. Can I see any animals or anything like that in the nearby area, like
You don't-
birds' nests or?
No, I don't see anything in the animal-wise in the near vicinity. You see some birds like fluttering past, but nothing other than that really.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna sit here and eat my apple, and when I'm done with my apple, I'll head towards the manor house.
Okay, you finish your apple off and you head towards the manor house. Zabi.
Yellow.
Estelle has kind of explained what the plan is.
Mm-hmm.
You, Estelle and Olwe are getting ready to make your way towards Tharbad.
Oh joy.
Okay. Anything you guys want to do beforehand, or?
No. Told
No.
the men. I've told the men.
You told them.
Flare or horn, if any, retreat north.
Retreat north.
That kind of thing, and they split in their teams, and
You,
then make
you,
sure.
all three is approaching the city of Tharbad. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It seems fairly quiet. It's still early in the morning, but it is quiet. Yeah. You can see. Several orcs.
Right.
I pray for the men.
Praying for the men. You can see several.
Oh, of course you would.
You see several orcs. Like I say, you use the same method as before. What you do is you scale the wall. Yeah.
Yep.
And you're hiding behind the inn, the standalone inn. Hiding behind the standalone inn. Yeah.
Yep.
You can see the movement of a couple of orcs, but you don't see the movement of many orcs on the south shore.
We asked the men to wait like 30 minutes, right?
Did you?
Was it 30 minutes? Because I wasn't going to do a signal, like 30, 20 minutes? How long should they wait for before they start doing their plan?
I would say around 30.
30 minutes. The men are going to wait 30 minutes after we've left them before attacking. Doing the plan that I said.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Like I said, they can't accurately measure 30 minutes, but they wait for a little while.
Yeah,
Yeah, just approximately.
Yeah,
So.
they can't actually accurately measure time. So they kind of just like, okay, do you think it's about time? And they're like, well, okay, well, give me a little bit longer. But around about the 30-minute mark, 25 minutes, 35 minutes, not really sure exactly, but around about that time, after like a good while, you want them to start the attack, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Here, this commotion seems to be building up around the south gate. Yeah.
What around here?
A lot of shouting, a lot of arguing. You hear some orcs like shouting at each other, saying, "Oh, reinforce the south gate! Reinforce the south gate!" And there's a lot of orcs seem to be running towards the south gate area.
So
by the
here.
time we got here, they're starting.
You see them all kind of migrating. Yeah, they seem to be reinforcing the south gate area.
By the time we got here, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's stuck behind the house. He's stuck behind the inn at the moment. The
So once like the orcs start moving towards the south gate, should we make our move?
you can stay there all day. I mean,
I want to keep going.
you want to keep going? Okay, you make your way across the flat canal bridge. Yeah. So looking down this way, like look towards the west, towards the south gate, you can see
Yeah,
that.
I'm like running.
No, you see about 40 to 50 orcs that seem to be piling into the south, like the south gate fortification, throwing stones and sticks and twigs and things like chucking everything, logs and stuff, like at the Rohan riders. The Rohan riders are shouting and they've got their swords drawn, and a couple of them have got like got some bows, and they're firing arrows up at the orcs, and the orcs are throwing things back at them.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah, you kind of like, okay, it looks like they're preoccupied. Look at your options. Look at your options. Look at running straight ahead. You can see a row of street houses. You opt to go left, following the canal. You're running along a cobbled street that has the canal just on the left of it. It runs up to a junction where it crosses another canal. Yeah, another canal joins it, and you run between two buildings. Looks like a residential house and some kind of like a storeroom or a warehouse or something like that. That is stretched over the top of one of the canals. Go between the two buildings. It zigzags a little bit, and it follows the new canal. You follow the new canal now on this cobbled street, and you're following it. It's no bigger than an open sewer, really. This small little canal, but you know it leads directly to the South Bank piers. Okay.
I'm just following like Estelle because apparently she knows her way around.
Always moving as well, always going really, really quickly as well. She's looking down the side alleys and looking across. She's running down this cobbled street with the open canal on her left-hand side, passing buildings and like moving past shop windows and things like that. And she runs out onto the South Bank jetty area, and you can see that there's one boat. It's a small rowing boat, probably occupies about 4 people. Seems to be tied up on one of the jetties.
Right.
Just bobbing a little bit there on the water. You can see that a couple of other jetties seem to be swamped in flood water. A couple of the majority of the jetties that used to line the whole length of the South Bank seems to be damaged or broken, or underwater, or they've broken away and drifted downstream. You can see that an awful lot of the water from the South Bank of the river has come up into the houses along that front as well. Yeah, the canal seems to be like swollen over. That's why it seems to look more like an open sewer kind of thing rather than an actual canal. It seems to have like burst its canal banks kind of thing.
Yeah, as soon as we like see the boat, I get onto it quickly as I can.
Go along the jetty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just keeping my head down, so.
Yeah, you go along the jetty. The jetty's kind of it's not a very wide jetty. It's taken a lot of damage, a lot of flood damage. It's by the time you get to the end of the jetty, you're practically wading in the water. You're practically in the river itself. You're wading it like partly into the river.
But is it stable enough to have all 3 of us on it though?
Yeah, you can take 4 people in this small little rowing boat. Can take 4.
Right. Basically, when I went in there, Zabi was just basically testing it if it was stable enough.
It's alright. The boat is kind of bobbing around in the water. It's got 2 oars.
Yeah, I know. It's just when I do test that it's okay, I like hand gesture to them.
Okay.
Like hand gesture saying, "Come on."
Remember, there will be a risk of any humans any people that are waiting behind the barricade to think we're the enemy. Possibility. So we could just play dead in the boat while we row across, or we drag the boat further down so they can't reach us.
But that would be further away to the destination, wouldn't it?
I mean, you did that during the night, so they couldn't see you in the boat. They can probably see you daytime.
Well, let's try this.
They probably won't. I mean, I'm not saying that they will, but they probably won't shoot at someone who doesn't look like an orc. I might be wrong. They might just hate elves as well, and they might shoot you in the face. So.
But just hate elves as well. Okay.
They might think we're the enemy, regardless of it.
You're in the boat. Okay, you're climbing into the boat. Okay. There's 2 oars to this boat. There's no sails or anything like that. There's 2 oars to this boat. Okay.
Yep.
So what are you doing?
Let's row.
Where to?
to the other side.
Are you going straight across?
Yes.
Okay. Takes a little while for you
I'm
to
wary of this, though. Yeah.
It takes a little while just to get the boat actually turned around and pointing in the right direction. And who's rowing?
What skill would be useful for that, though? So...
Boating would be a good one, but
none of us had boating.
I
always got one of the oars. She's basically paddling at the moment. She's paddling this boat thing.
I'll get the other one as best as I can.
Okay.
I'm looking at the bridge.
You're looking at the bridge. You can see there is some movement on the bridge, but they don't seem to have they haven't really not turned their attention towards you yet. You're paddling across the river. The swell of the river is quite high, and although you can see the jetties on the far side, on the middle island, I would say on the middle island, do stand predominantly a little bit higher in the water. Therefore, they haven't sunken below the waterline, unlike the South Shore, which seems to be more swamped with river water. You about halfway across the river. Yeah, you're halfway across the river, and one of the town patrol, you're guessing, is probably not.
I'm staring right at them.
Not really a town patrol kind of thing.
Kind of
points at your boat kind of thing, and then shouts something to somebody else, and somebody else comes over and has a look. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm looking at them.
And it is kind of and starts waving.
I wave back. I do the wave.
Yeah. You do.
Make sure we're ally.
You do the wave back.
I do the ally wave.
Whatever that is.
Okay, so you see this person just like on the other side of the barricade waving back.
I see who it is.
Who is it?
I do a thumbs up. if I can see.
Do a thumbs up. Okay, so got Olwe, who's paddling away like crazy, and
as well as
Zabby's paddling away like crazy, and like in this small little boat, and Estelle, who is like stood at the front of this boat like Captain Ahab, with doing a thumbs up to this person who's on the bridge, who just seems to be waving like crazy.
I look at Estelle and go, Estelle, what the hell are you doing?
I let them know we're allies because someone saw us.
She's waving, giving the thumbs up.
Let's just concentrate to get into the next port.
It's Morwen.
What? Morwen?
I'm pretty sure it's Morwen. Yeah, it's Morwen. Morwen's there. What is she doing on the other side of the bridge?
How the hell did she get all the way from... You know what?
Well, I'm gonna ask her when... Ask when we get to the other side.
Indeed, I'm not just going to question it here.
You're still paddling away across this river. You arrive on the other side of on the other shore.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, you arrive on the other shore, kind of thing. Yes. And Olwe jumps out of the boat, throws the oar into the boat.
I do the same.
Okay.
Though, would it be best to tie the boat?
Yeah. And we...
Okay, just in case, before I get out of the boat, I'm just going to tie it.
Okay, you tie the boat to one of the jetties.
Oh yeah, anchor the boat, obviously.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we don't want it drifting off and have, like...
I could have done that, because you guys rowed, and I could have tied the boat.
Okay, you rowed the boat across the river. Zabby always jumped out. She's thrown the oar back into the boat. Zabby has dropped the oar in the boat, and she's tying off the small little rowing boat to one of the jetties. Estelle has jumped out of the boat. You're on the jetty now.
Yes.
Yeah, you just seen Morwen, who seems to be like waving at you, and you just giving her a thumbs up, kind of thing. On the bridge.
We're going towards the bridge.
You're going towards the bridge.
I was going towards the bridge anyway, but like, yeah.
Okay.
first. That's our first call. Is going to here.
Go to the bridge.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, you're making your way towards the bridge.
Yes.
Make your way onto the bridge. The bridge hasn't changed since you last saw it. Still, it's predominantly stone structure. It's quite solid. However, like where the old checkpoint used to be, where the old customs kind of system was set up predominantly, there is a huge, massive pile of wooden carts and barrels and pieces of wood and timber and all the rest of it to form a very, very spiky, inaccessible kind of barricade. Yeah, there's crisscrossing pieces of wood, and like somebody's taken a whole cart with all four wheels and like turned it on its side and pushed it up like as if it's like trying to block part way of the access to the bridge. Yeah.
Yes.
In front of you, you can see up ahead. You can see Morwen and a couple of other scouts.
Wait, what was
Zabby is just happy to see Morwen, and she goes up to her. Just
what
wanted
was
to
the
hug.
thing you could do that you said something about like you could tell for disguises or something.
What?
If you have a high perception, then yeah.
Oh, okay. Can I just perceive Morwen?
perceive
Well,
Morwen.
if now,
just making
now
sure
that
it is
Zabby
her and
thinks
I'm not
about
just...
it, yeah, now that Zabby thinks about it, can I do a perception check to see if she's the Black Priestess or not?
Can we
You
both
can
just
roll.
do it? Can we both
You
do
can
it?
roll if you want to roll, yeah.
I just want to make sure it's a Morwen that I just see and I'm like, yeah. I'm not gonna like straight away be like...
Let's see. I think I should be fine.
I'll try myself as well.
55 plus 86.
Okay. Estelle?
It might be higher than me, I don't know. Depends what I roll, I guess. I'm not gonna risk that, please.
No, of course not. No, you're not.
I'm nowhere gonna risk that.
Careful.
Well,
shit. Not that great. It was better, but not that great.
yeah, I'm much lower than Zabby.
Estelle, you're not entirely convinced. You're still kind of like hesitant.
23 and 67.
Yeah, you're still quite hesitant as you walk up. Zabby, you're moderately convinced it's Morwen.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, as for Zabby, if she knows that it is, if she feels like that she knows that it's Morwen, so she goes up to her and hugs her.
Okay.
Ask Morwen, how did you get across? When did you get here?
She got here a couple of days ago.
A couple of days ago.
Yeah.
When we were stuck in that particular area.
Or when what's the news with where you left from?
What's the news and where you left from?
How was everything?
The Wolf View.
Yes.
Well,
Wait. No, with Theo.
Oh, Theo?
Yes.
Yeah, is Theo okay?
Theo's fine. He's probably on his way to Calnhad by now. He was instructed to report for duty to Calnhad.
Calnhad?
Yeah, it's a fortification towards the south.
Any reason?
Probably prepare the place for war, like anywhere else.
Yeah, that is a high possibility.
Like the battle against the Dark Enemy seems to have gone from the open plains now to city streets and people's back gardens to places like this, which is like on a bridge.
Morwen, can I ask you about something? Do you know of like some weird occult with some sort of white handprint painted across people's faces?
She says she doesn't know of any particular like occult that comes to mind like straight away, but the white hand is it has recently been adopted as a symbol for Saruman.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. Shit.
What?
I didn't know because I saved the 3 hobbits and the people that I was... those occult people, I entered their kind of base area, and they had that particular white handprint with like greyish black cloaks.
And that's why you saved the girl, though, right?
There was 3 of them.
Oh, girls. But they didn't know it was you, right? Yeah.
No, they had no idea. I mean, I kind of strategized a bit by using a smoke arrow and an explosive.
So hopefully it shouldn't be any problem, right? Well, other than we now know you had her almost running with Saruman worshippers. Oh.
Yeah, there was roughly like what I can remember, roughly about 40 of them in that place.
As long as they don't know it was you, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully.
You don't sound so convinced.
I'm never convinced either way, Estelle. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, okay.
To be honest, I'm a double-edged dagger.
I don't know what you mean by that, particularly.
You know the saying, a double-edged sword? It's the same principle with a different weapon.
I'm aware of that thing. I just don't know what you're using for this context, but I understand that phrase. But anyway, I lost my train of thought. What I was going to ask Morwen.
Wait, what about that vision that you saw?
Huh?
Remember, you had a vision of Saruman or something.
Yes. So basically, it's probably insinuated that your little action brought Saruman to my door.
I hide behind Morwen. I don't know.
Wait, what did you? You said they didn't see you, right? So it would be fine.
Yeah,
what did you do that would?
I don't want to say.
That makes you very suspect, Zabi. Okay, Morwen.
Yeah.
I still hide behind Morwen at this point, and just like thinking to myself, God, why did I do that? I'm so stupid.
So, Morwen, number one, how did you get across? Like, was the barricades there when you were here, or was it not made yet?
The barricade wasn't there.
Was this the people's idea, or were you helping them making the barricade when it happened?
It was something that they had. It's something that they thought of doing, and she was just helping them with it.
Okay. When you were still with people of Ilian?
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? Yeah. And with Theo, Dylan, etc. Did any replies come from the letters we sent out?
Any replies?
No. Was that why Theo had to go to Kalos. Was that the reply for Edoras? From Edoras.
We only got one reply back, and that was from King Theoden.
Nothing from Lothlorien.
Nothing from
Lorien.
Nothing from Lorien. If there was a letter or if there was a message sent by Lorien, it didn't come back to them.
Okay.
Just mind you, we didn't stick around long enough to find out.
Oh, I see. Like, like a day or so after I left, you guys left as well? Or, like, how long?
They left pretty quickly after you left.
Oh, okay. So not too long. Alright, well, did you see did you ever cross paths while being with these people? Did you ever cross paths with either a black-haired, slender woman?
She doesn't recall anybody like that, but there's like 16,000 people in Tharbad at the moment.
Well, yeah.
Many?
Well, there's a lot of people that live in Tharbad. It's quite
a popular place.
And considering this is not all the people, there's a lot of people that are currently in, where we were.
What, in the Rohan lands?
Yeah. Refugees elsewhere. Those refugees.
Yeah, there's still a considerable amount of people in Tharbad, and like, there's still people going about their daily business, and still people going about doing their menial tasks and all the rest of it. So, she saw a few people with black hair.
Like tall, slender, kind of looks like she would be an elf if anything.
She didn't really pay much attention. She's only been there for a day or two. She hasn't been there for that long, and she's like been helping to build this barricade and just. And
the north and this area seems fine with the people. Like the orcs.
The orcs are not crossing the orcs are not crossing the bridge.
Cool. Yeah. Well, just so you know, there's currently 200 Rohan men currently engaging a lot of the orcs there on the south side.
On the south shore?
Yes.
All right.
They should be in battle by now.
Right. That's a bit of good news.
Yeah. Just that, just so you're aware, from what I know, eventually, I don't know when, probably soon, since it's pretty much morning at this point, we may be seeing coming from the south a Saruman, if you know who that is.
No, she knows who he is.
And Grimmer, and a bunch of orcs, hunters.
Well, she's not bothered about.
Small.
She's not bothered about this Grimmer.
But Saruman.
She's not really fussed about the Wags. If it's just a small Wag patrol, she's not.
Saruman.
But Saruman, that's a different story. That's a different thing altogether.
That's the main thing I want to point to. Saruman's coming.
So what's Saruman coming here for?
I'm not sure, but to be aware, in this part of I'll keep it between Morwen and us and Alway. I don't want other people listening. If we're near like people, I do want to stay by the side. When I'm discussing this, when we're not next to people, it should be within the town, the Dark Priestess, as well, and possibly when Saruman comes. I don't know how this will happen, but they may be standing off against each other. I don't know why. So it looks like Saruman is taking the fall for something that the evil forces are doing.
Okay, she's like...
Wait, what do you mean by that?
If I remember from a previous stream, I don't know.
I don't know. So we've got Saruman and the Dark Priestess in the same city at the same time.
Well, Dark Priestess is currently in the city. Saruman will be coming to this city eventually, possibly. Bear in mind, this is just a dream, and this is what I'm saying as a prediction. This is well, it's probably going to happen, but I'm just saying it's 99% going to happen.
Okay.
not scaring me right now, Estelle.
And we don't really want to be in this city, do we?
Well, she
That's why
wanted to get her mum.
Yeah, I just want to get to my mum. But the problem is my mum is with the Dark Priestess currently. Well, they're kind of together in the same place.
What? She said, what do you mean they're together? How do they together?
Well, she's just pretending to be this
Friend of hers.
Friend of mine, and that I will come, and she's just keeping my mother company until I come.
I'm not gonna say it.
She starts to giggle and says, "This is ridiculous. This is getting."
I mean, could it be the possibility that with your family's bloodline, that she only wanted the secrets from your bloodline?
Reword that for me.
Reword.
What are you trying to ask?
Your family's heritage.
Right. I got that bit.
Don't you think she's trying to get you two together and somehow get the information of your heritage from both of you and then dispose of you of later? I don't know. It could be that. Maybe she wants something from your family heritage.
I would like to try where I don't have to go in my house at all.
Try what?
What, to get her out of your house?
Yeah.
How?
I don't know. Because she's there. From when I dreamt the dream.
Either way, though, we're going to be facing her no matter what.
I don't know how much she knows of your faces.
Well, she definitely knows frickin' mine.
Yeah.
Or other than you. I mean, more in a way. How much she would know of their faces. She will know of me. I'm pretty sure she would know of me.
Well, she would definitely know of me because she's the one that kind of...
She would know of you because you were in Dolguldur when we rescued you.
Yes. And I'm scared shitless when I have nightmares of her.
I really don't know how to tackle my house, to be honest.
Incidentally, there's like...
You sure there's like no hidden...
There's a hell of a battle going on at the moment at
Can
Southgate.
I go to my bar place first? I want to visit there.
The Dusty Jug?
Yeah, the Dusty Jug.
You can if you want to.
I want to go there first. I just want to see how it is. Who's in it, if anyone.
Yeah.
Not tackle my home yet. We can discuss while we're walking there.
Okay. Theo.
God damn it!
Yeah. Also, just a heads up, Jenny, you are on a time crunch here. These men don't last forever.
No, I know!
I know, said there's a hell of a battle.
For a sightsee now, you know.
No.
A tour?
The two places I wanted to visit was the Dusty Jug and my mother's house and then leave.
Yeah, it started off with just being that, and now it's like... No, it started off just being be able to get across the river and go to her house and get her mother. Now it's turned into, I want to go see Morwen on the bridge. I want to go see the Dusty Jug, and then I want to go and see my mother.
No, originally I was going to go to the bridge to see the civilians and tell them that the fight was going on, and then see if they have any people that can fight either, and then just wait there in case. I don't know.
And now it's turned into like...
Just so they know, and then like...
Aware time.
Yeah, well, there's a hell of a battle going on at the moment.
I've got someone else.
Shit.
Probably from the bridge.
I didn't want to take too long talking, but yeah.
There you go.
Is
Theo.
always a good
Walk
idea.
and talk. Can we walk and talk?
Theo, you're having
We're
your
walking and talking to the
I'm
dust
in
joke.
room 10. Eat some food.
yeah, you're eating your dinner. Yes. Moen has done you a couple of fried eggs and a couple of strips of bacon and some pieces of bread.
Right.
Moen?
Right.
No, Freya, sorry, Freya. Just because I've got something written on the screen here, I need to follow. Yeah, so Freya is just done you some fried eggs. He actually found a couple of mushrooms as well, so she's put a couple of mushrooms in there.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Munch. Yeah, so I'm going to have my food.
Okay.
Maybe I'll read a book while I'm eating.
Okay, Dylan Trust.
Yes.
You're going up to the front door of the manor house.
Yeah. Okay. When I reach the front door, I pause for a moment
Mm-hmm.
and kind of scratch my head, like, should I knock the door? Should I just walk in? It'd be incredibly rude to just walk in. Maybe I should knock the door.
Okay. You knocking on the door?
This is what he's debating at the moment. What should I do? Is there anything on the door? Like, is the door got a big knock thing majigger on it?
Yes.
Not buy or sell at this door.
Pardon?
There's a sign on the door saying, we do not buy or sell at this door.
Okay, I use the knocking thing.
Okay, there's a knock on the, like you pick up this heavy knocker kind of thing, like hold it in your hand. It's a very high the hard iron one, and you bring it down on the door, and the door just goes bang bang. Yeah.
Yeah.
Door opens, and Freya stood in the doorway.
Hi.
Wow.
She says, "You again? I thought we left you behind in Wallview."
You did initially, and then after being, well, operated on somewhat by a apprentice healer, I ended up on a cart coming here.
She sticks her head out, looks around. She can't see any card.
Yeah. After coming to on the cart, I decided to make my way back to Oldview, and then came across some news that we might have some dark priestess and mercenaries coming this way. How's Theo?
He's having his dinner.
Okay.
Morning?
No, it's around about lunchtime-ish now. Around about 11ish.
Oh, that's dinner?
Well, yeah, he's having.
I'm having
lunch.
food, alright? It's just food.
He's eating. He's eating.
This is my brunch and dinner.
Yeah. Mid-morning snack. That's what he's eating.
Sorry, please continue.
My gosh. I don't think I wanted to say there, and now I've completely lost it. Is he taking guests at this time, or even visitors?
I'll go ask him. And she closes the door. Okay.
Closes the door.
Closes the door. Theo.
Yes.
Freya comes
Hello.
in. Freya comes in and says, that elf we ditched in Wallview.
Yeah.
He's at the front door. He said he wants to speak to you.
He's here?
Well, he's on the doorstep. And he won't go away. Hey?
We got rid of him.
Well, he's on the doorstep now. He says he wants to speak to you.
Did you say about what?
No. He said something about a dark priestess and some mercenaries coming here.
Okay, I suppose you can let him in and show him here while I'm just finishing my food off.
She says, do I really have to?
Bitch.
Okay, you could.
Edit that out.
How much
Don't
do
edit that out.
I have left of my food?
How much what?
How much do I have left of food?
You got one egg and you got one egg. It's a dippy egg as well. It's a nice runny one. Yeah. Okay. And you've got one strip of bacon.
Okay, I guess I would finish by the time he gets to me then.
Okay.
Yeah. Just let him in. Show him.
Okay, I'll let him in. So Dylan Trust, you see the door open again, and Freya stood there. She says, she says, the Lord Commander will now see you. Wipe your boots.
No.
She says that to me. I turn to her and say, where I come from, guests are treated with respect, not sneered at.
No, we're not.
Now wipe my boots quite firmly and walk on from her.
Okay.
Guess servants. I was draped in front of your king in my underwear. How much more could you be wrong?
Hey, you're not there. So quiet from the peanut gallery. It's between me and her.
Freya, you go past Freya. Freya kind of like closes the door behind you.
Did you wipe your feet?
Yes, and I walked past her as I was doing it.
Okay.
She's following you down the corridor, and as you follow you down the corridor, you just know that she's looking at the floor to see if you're leaving any muddy thumbprints.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
It's not my concern.
You can wait for him in the library.
As we're walking, I want to ask her, how's he been since you guys got here? Has anything unusual or just not like Theo happened?
He hasn't lost his appetite.
Yeah, well, he rarely would.
And he hasn't been on the drink.
He hasn't been on the drink?
Yeah.
She knows it.
Are you sure?
He hasn't been on the drink.
Anything else out of the ordinary happened with him?
Not that she's allowed to discuss.
Wow. Confidentiality.
When she says this, I say to her, okay, let me ask you another question then. After speaking with a handful of the people that are here, they said that the original people who were on this land just up and left. Do you know why?
That's never been proven.
Well, it's never been proven.
That they just upped and left. They just were one here one day, and they weren't here the next day.
Well, do we know why that happened?
We don't know. Nobody knows.
Is there any sort of record that would possibly point to that?
No records.
Are you sure? There has to be a record somewhere.
She said if there was records, and she's not saying that there is records, then she can't divulge those records to somebody from outside Rohan.
Okay. Okay. I need to break character for a quick second.
God.
I just want to verify something. If someone was being like that to an elf, like kind of standoffish, would the elf literally come across and say, like, why are you being such an ass?
No, elf would be used to it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair to say.
An elf would have lived through it and probably has been used to it because it's something that all elves kind of go through and continuously go through for the majority of their lives.
Oh, okay.
Humans are just assholes to elves.
Kind of.
Kind of.
So he then asks her, Okay, so you're not allowed to divulge it to somebody who isn't a Rohirrim.
Yeah.
But if it has, like, if it... Oh, crap, how am I going to board this? If it is of great concern, like, it bothers me that people have, like, been here for possible generations, and then they're here one day and then gone the next. Doesn't it bother you? Like, wouldn't you want to know why it's happening, and if it might happen again? You know, doesn't that concern you?
At the moment, it doesn't concern her at the moment, but that's something that the commander could and probably is working on, and when he's found out what the answer is, he'll divulge that information to the people he sees fit.
Okay, do you mind if I have a glass of water?
She kind of like pauses for a couple of seconds. She says, "I'll fetch you one."
Thank you.
She disappears.
Okay. Am I in the library now?
You're in the library, yeah.
Okay, I want to have...
I probably finished my egg and bacon.
Oh, you finished egg and bacon? Yes, you finished egg and bacon. It was very nice.
Okay, before any of them come into the room, I want to...
Nope, I'm walking straight in the room as soon as he went in.
Oh, I don't care. I'm doing a perception check.
Okay.
I don't mind if you read the book.
I want to see if there's any books that can say anything about what had happened to the area. Like, if there's anything, like any historical volumes on the area.
Oh, you want to do a perception check to see if there's any historical volumes on the area?
Yeah.
Go on then.
Just trying to find the map.
No?
So,
okay, my perception is plus 66.
130. Okay, there is numerous books.
Okay.
There's numerous books. There's numerous books on the area. Yes, several of them are written in Sindar.
Yes.
Yes, several of them are written in Rohirrim. Several are written in Gondorian. Several are written in Westron. It's a fairly excessive library with different sized books, different coloured books, different manufacturer of books. Some are old books, some are new books.
Can I ask?
So Whisper is aware. The one that was in the bedroom is still in the bedroom. That's in go on.
Okay.
Okay. Well, he said that there were multiple books.
No, just so he knows that book.
Do I find that kind of weird that there are books written in Sindar here?
Well, Sindar can be if somebody can write Sindar, then it's not uncommon for somebody to go to the other end of Middle Earth and write a journal or something like that in their own native language. You know what I mean? It's not uncommon.
They
don't confiscate them books because they don't. You know.
Given the way Freya was with me just a couple of seconds ago, do I not find it weird that she is held up? Well, she and Theo are in a house with elven books.
It's
inside them.
It's out the ordinary. It's out the ordinary, but it's not.
That's what I mean.
Uncommon.
Do I not find it out of the ordinary?
It is. Yeah, you will find it out of the ordinary. But you'd also find it out of the ordinary that there's also some like elaborate pieces of furniture, and there's also family portraits on the wall that don't have anything to do with Theo.
Well, yeah. Okay, so I just take the nearest Sindar book to me that is got history on the area.
Okay.
I pick it up and put it in my bag quickly before somebody walks in.
Wow, you're still in the book.
Did Theo saying that early?
Yeah, no, that's Theo. I'm standing by the door watching you pick a book up. I was going to let you even read it. I wasn't even going to bother like saying, don't worry about trying to hide it, just read it. But you want to try to steal one of the books.
It's nice to see you.
Nice to see me, is it? And yet you go and try to steal one of the books that I am now in possession with.
Okay. Okay, well, in that case, have it back. So...
Okay, so you get the book back.
You can read it, I do not mind. You can read it. Just do not go and try to steal stuff from me.
Fine, I won't. Just so you know, I've travelled a very, very friggin' long way. And I've been through a lot.
Very friggin' long way.
It'll be the same distance I've travelled, would it?
Probably, but it was on a horse that was completely and probably didn't want to come in this direction. Anywho,
I was halfway there, then gone back, then walked back. So technically it's more.
Yeah, gotcha. I was halfway here at one point and then had to turn back. I had to walk all the way back to Waldview and then travel here on a horse that probably didn't want to come here after dealing with some guy who was being a complete ass. Anyway, I found out while I went back to Waldview that we might have the Dark Priestess and one of the mercenaries travelling this way. How are things here?
I don't know, I've only been here for a day.
Okay.
Literally a day, and it's the new day. Well, not even a day. I arrived half a day ago.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting settled up. We're literally just getting in. Like, unpacking our bags, that's how early it is still.
So you haven't seen any other travellers other than myself?
No one's mentioned any other travellers.
It might be an idea just to be on your guard because we don't know where that Black Priestess is.
I'm not really that worried about her, to be honest.
Any particular reason why?
Because she really doesn't seem like she's that important, to be honest.
Well,
she's big and she's scary, yes, I would give everyone that.
Big and she's scary.
She's
not that big. She's not that big.
I know.
No, she's scary. She's about 5'2".
No, she's 6 foot. She's black hair, fair skin, very, very pale.
It would be so funny if you said she was big and scary and she's only like 5'2" or something. Yeah, that's big and scarily. Sorry, go ahead.
Everyone seems to think she's some sort of big and scary boss in that. If she's after revenge, then she'll find it. If she's on her way here, and if I find her, I will confront her. As well as the other mercenary. But
well,
I've got more things to worry about, to be honest now. Winter's coming around the corner.
Yeah, winter is coming. Did Freya give you the glass that I found?
I don't know. Did she whisper?
The glass?
Yeah, the green
glass.
Oh,
the green glass.
I gave it to Freya, and I told her to give it to Theo.
No, I don't think she's probably still got it. Yeah, she probably hasn't just thought, what's the point?
Yeah, no.
Yep. Okay. When we were in the Worldview, when we were in the Worldview, I came across a cavern in one of the mines that had an enormous light coming from it. Possibly one of the things that fell to earth. Fell to the ground, sorry. I believed it to be the Silmaril, which is why I got into a fight with one of these mercenaries. Bald guy, ginger beard. Big pain in the ass. Possibly has one of my size sticking out of his shoulder now. I really don't know. Unfortunately, though, I was not able to win that fight. And he's taken what possibly could be the Silmaril, an item of great power.
Okay, well, I have sent information off to many people about that item, so do not worry.
Okay. I came here thinking that he maybe has come in this direction. I heard word in Wallview that that's where this guy and the Black Priestess was coming. I've also asked one of the lookouts that I met in Wallview to send word to Kalos if they ever return to that area. So anything else that's been happening here?
No, like I said, we've literally just arrived and we have opened the doors to our homes.
Okay.
We have not had a chance to do anything yet.
Well, Is there anything that you would like me to do while we're here?
If you are concerned about this priestess and the mercenary, take a little walk around the town, see if you could see anyone. There was originally 35 people here with me. Pretty much all the guys I recognise, I think.
Sorry, you said how many people were here?
35.
Oh, 35, yeah.
Okay.
But wait there 1 second.
Wait there 1 second.
I want to go to the bedroom and get that Sindar book.
Which one?
The big black one.
There was a Sindar book and there was a letter.
Actually, yeah, the letter as well. I'll get both of those.
The Sindar book and the letter?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, while you're off doing or getting whatever it is, I'm going to read up on the history of this place, if you don't mind.
That's fine. Won't take me long to read.
I sit down. Is there a chair or anything?
There's a reading desk.
Alright, well, I sit at the reading desk and I read the book that I was going to steal.
The book you're going to steal is a very boring book.
Yeah, as long as it's got history on the area, I'm not really caring.
It's got a little bit of history on the area. It's basically the kind of like the establishment of the Beacons of Gondor, blah blah blah. Commander so and so, blah 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 blah. That kind of thing. It's not really of anything of any value.
Does it say anything about why people left this area?
No.
Or does it abruptly stop?
No, it's a complete history of Kalnhad, from establishment to like the establishment, beginning, who commanded, what parts were added onto it, to it as it is present day ish.
Okay. So I move that book to the side and pick up another one.
Okay.
Just like I'm literally thumbing through these books to see if there's anything that tells me why the people left this area. That's specifically what I'm looking for.
Okay. You spend a couple of minutes just looking around some books. There's lots of books. There's books on poetry. There's some books on just ancient literature kind of stuff. There's some mathematic books. Yeah, it's a very wide assortment of different types of books, all done in different languages. Theo.
Yeah.
You find the letter.
Mm-hmm.
It's a small piece of. It's actually quite a large letter, but it's been folded many times.
Yes.
It's placed into Freya placed it into an envelope. The envelope's got tore down one side of it. She says that basically she found that in one of the drawers.
Yeah, that was.
And you have the
book with the black leathering cover.
The book with the black leathering, which you saw in your time travel-y flashback, lost time kind of episode. Where you saw somebody else actually reading it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It only has a few pages in it which are filled in. The rest of it looks as if it is blank book. Yes. Which one do you want to pass on to Dylan Trust first?
None at the moment. I'm going to go there first.
Okay.
I've got the two items with me.
Yes, the book and Sindar.
As he's flicking through stuff and reading different things, I just want to ask Dylan Trust, why are you interested in books? You've never been interested in any books before.
It's usually Estella was interested in the books.
Yeah, like the ones that I'm noticing he's picked up. Can I identify them as being the ones that are for the general land history?
What?
Am I able to identify the ones that he's picked up? Because
he's picked up one history of Kalnhad.
So I can see it clearly.
But that's the fortification of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like after I've read it, I've just kind of got a basic gist of what the whole entire book is about. I've just kind of put it to the side as if to say, yeah, this is no use.
This is no use. Yeah.
So what is it you're after? What are you looking for? What are you looking for in the books?
I'm generally looking for an idea as to why this place was inhabited. And as I say that, I move another book off to the side. Start reading another one. and I don't kind of like finish my sentence. Just so you know.
Okay.
Right, well, can you stop that for a second and come here? I want to talk to you for a second.
Yes?
Right, sit down. Can you read this letter? Can you read it out loud? I cannot read this language. I know it is Sindar. I do not read Sindar. It's the one language that I'm not familiar with.
Yet.
That's the letter.
The letter.
Please read me the letter, as I believe these two items may have something to do with why people aren't here anymore.
Now we wait grammatically as Whisper gets the letter.
Sorry,
Is that what's happening?
no. Whisper's got the letter.
Woo!
Oh, fuck, it's a PDF.
It's a letter. It's a letter that has been folded up many times and placed into a very small envelope.
Jai's narration skills go.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how you pronounce half of it.
It doesn't matter. If you try to pronounce them, then the other players might pick them up and try and make sense of them. Oh, wait.
Okay. The tale of the Dragomorgoth. I fucking hate you. Just so you know.
You need to read it, because now I know where that name's from.
Pardon?
Is it that thing that... Yeah. Dragon.
D-A-G-O-R is the first part.
D-A-G-O-R.
Oh, Dograth.
D-A-G-O-R-A-T-H.
Dograth. Dagorath. Sorry. Dagorath.
Drogath Dagorath was never before, nor has never been since, such a music of how the hell do you pronounce that? Immeasurable vastness of splendor, though it was said that mightier shall fall, be woven before the seat of Valinor? Ilivata. Damn it, I should know that. Was never said for the seat of Ilivata by the chorus of the Ainur and the sons of men after the great end. Then shall Ilivata's mightiest theme be played alright. Alright?
Yeah.
For then the Ainur and men will know his mind, and his heart, as well as they may be, and all in his intent. Yet while the sons of men will, after the passing of things, for a century join in the second music of the Ainur, what Ilivata has devised for the Eddar beyond the world's end, he has not revealed even to the Valar. Manwë will not descend from the mountain until Dragoroth and the coming of the end, when Malchior returns to overthrow Morgoth. He sends his herald Inuwa to defeat Sauron, would he not? It's basically what that says. No, there's more. Okay, thank you.
Maybe give the copy to...
I give the copy to Lily as well, and then he can read it.
As he's read it, yeah, as he reads it. Yeah.
Then he sends some less but mighty spirit, the angelic people, once coevaled and equaled, doubtless with Sauron in their beginnings, but no more. Oh God, how do I pronounce that name?
Olorin.
Olerin was his name, but of Olerin we shall never know more than he revealed in Gandalf. Now Viadra? Novara took the light. Now Novara took the light that issued from Telperon and was stored in Valinor. And she made the stars nearer and brighter, and many other ancient stars she gathered together and set signs in the heavens of Arda. Oh Christ. How long does this go on for?
Keep going.
I've got the letter as well, I can't see how far down it goes.
Oh, it's a long
How many
letter.
pages?
Yeah.
The greatest of these... Okay, how do you pronounce that one?
Malakars?
Manicolors and swordsmen of the sky. Varda gave him the stars, and he bears them aloft that the gods may know. He watches, he has diamonds on his sword sheath, and this will go to red. Well, this will go red when he draws the sword at the great end. This is said that this is said was a sign of Turin, and Tiumbiar. I hate pronunciation of big names.
Sorry, keep going.
Who should come into the world, and foreshadowing of the last battle that shall be at the end of days. Wonderful, it's an apocalypse layer. Gathron, Galfron?
Yeah, go on.
Also prophesizes the converging
Concerning.
concerning the great end, and of all the reckonings of things. And oh God, please help.
Ennui,
Talcalis, and Melchior, and the last fight on the plains of Valinor.
Mm-hmm.
But Morgoth himself and the Valar thrust through the door of night beyond the walls of the world into the timeless void, and guard it is set for an it's guard for a set forever on those walls, and
Arendelle.
keeps watch upon the ramparts of the sky until he witnesses the last battle gathering upon the plains of Valinor. Melchior is thrust now out of the world, but one day will find a way back, and the last great uproars will be given before the great end. During the tremors of the second age that afflicted Numenor, I can't see that. Alparazin, the king of the mortal warriors, that set foot upon the land of Amar, were burned under the falling hills. There it is said that they will lie imprisoned in the caves for the forgotten until the last battle and the day of doom. Thus spake Manos in the prophecy when the gods sat in the judgment in Valinor, and the rumour of his words was whispered among all elves of the west when the world is old and the powers grow weary, then Morgoth is seeing that the guard slept.
Yep.
Shall come back through the door of night out into the timeless void of the door of night. That's a weird sentence.
Right.
For 'tis said that the great end come, Malcor shall in some wise contrive and quarrel between the moon and sun, and Tillin shall seek the following arena through the gates, and when they are gone, the gates of both the east and west shall be destroyed, and Aaron and Tillin shall be lost, and he shall destroy the sun and moon, but
Arundel
shall descend upon him as white and shearing flame, and drove him from the ears. Then shall last the battle by gathering on the fields of Valinor. In that day, Tulkius shall strive
Yep.
with Morgoth, and on his right hand shall be Inui.
Yep.
And on his left shall be Tumblelar, the son of Hurin, coming from the halls of Manos, and Melchior and his darkness shall curse the sword of Gurthan, and the black sword of Turin shall deal unto Morgoth his death and final end. And so shall the children of Hurin and all men be avenged. This is a letter that never ended.
Last page,
go on.
Therefore shall the earth be broken and renamed, and the Silmarils shall be recovered out of the sea, the earth, and the air. For Malandium, I don't know if I pronounced that correctly.
Merion.
Yeah. Shall discover and surrender the flame which Heath has had in keeping. Then Fëanor shall take the three jewels and bear them to Yavanna, Purlen, and she will break them, and with that fire rekindle the two trees, and a great light shall come forth, and the mountains of Fëanor shall be leveled so that the light can go out over all the world. And the great light of the gods will grow young again, and the elves will awaken all their dead arise, and the purpose of Iluvatar will be fulfilled, containing them. But to men in that day the prophecy of Mandos doth not speak, and no men's names, and no man it names save one of Turin only, and to him a place is given among the sons of the Valar. As for dwarves, their part shall pass to serve Illyria, and to aid him in the remaking of Arda after the final battle. And with the sons of men they will join a new music again. can.
Alright, that's your translation.
Okay. Do you mind reading this book as well?
Can I just give him a quick notes because I can't take it out of me?
Would you like Whisper to read it for you?
Please.
So could I get him to read the book as well, like the diary book?
The diary book. No, you can read it. It's fine. It's only a short one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank God for that.
Yeah, there you go.
What? Shorter than the letter?
The letter
Oh,
was
word.
really long. I wouldn't
The
have
letter
expected.
was
It's like
huge.
one of those novel scrolls where you pull out the top and it's like, I want this, and then it just drops from your hand and rolls across the floor. And this, and
Big
this,
good.
and this, and this.
religious
That's a good
scroll,
one.
like-
It's a good one. Yeah, I'll read it again
like
at
the
the end.
entire-
Brandon Smith, S. Greywood.
Well,
Situation.
go on, start again. Sorry, go again.
Aaron Smith.
Yeah.
The S. Greywood.
Yeah.
Copying all this down as well.
What?
I'm going to be writing all this down.
Oh, thank God for that. Situated just east of Kalos is a small woods is named for the lack of life. No birds sing, no foxes purl. Nothing moves there save the branches swaying by the wind. The legend has it that some great evil entered it long ago and prohibited,
And a part of the.
and a part of her the shadow still lingers. The truth, however, is something more hideous. During the last days of the First Age, Morgoth's host was scattered. Many of his minions were hunted down and destroyed by a vengeful Valinorian army. One of such figures was Motra, a great ordainer, possibly a Balrog or something worse. I don't think I was supposed to read that.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Who escaped from Bellerand to flee eastwards. Yet the victorious army tracked down and confronted him in the Greywood. Seeing no way to defeat his enemies, he banished himself to the void until such a time as someone sacrificed a human in the wood while repeatedly reciting his name. The Valinorian could not find the other way to break the spell, and so left him with hope that no one would remember these events and the Balrog's whereabouts. The ordinator's spirit lingers in the woods, those straying from beneath the trees usually flee Merin's myth in terror.
There you go. You got that down, Theo?
Yes.
Does it all make sense?
Yep. Yep. I now know what it all is. Pretty sure I've got most of it.
I'll go through them both again in a second. I'll read through these again and then I'll stop the recording, okay?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
The first one is the book, the Black Book. Yes, it's a journal entry. And it says, Erin Myth, to Sindar for Greywood. Situated just east of Kalos, there is a small wood. It is named for its lack of life. No birds sing, no foxes prowl, nothing moves save the branches swayed by the wind. Legend has it that some great evil entered it long ago, and a part of the shadow still lingers. The truth, however, is more hideous. During the last days of the First Age, Morgoth's hosts were scattered. Many of his minions were hunted down and destroyed by the vengeful Valinorian army. One such figure was Marok, a great ordainer, possibly a Balrog or something worse, who escaped from Bellerand to flee eastwards. Yet the victorious army tracked and confronted him in the grey wood. Seeing no way to defeat his enemies, he banished himself to the void until such a time as someone would sacrifice a human in the wood while repeatedly reciting his name. The Valinorians could find no other way of breaking this spell, and so left him with the hope that no one would remember these events or the Balrog's whereabouts. The Ordainer's spirit lingers on in the woods, and those straying under the trees usually flee in terror. Okay? Now, the big massive almanac. Here we go.
Oh god.
Fun with that.
The Tale of the Daggerath. Never was there before, nor has there been since, such a music of immeasurable vastness of splendour, though it is said that the mightier far shall be woven between the seat of Ilyvatar and the choirs of both Inuru and the sons of men after the great end. Then shall Ilyvatar's mightiest themes be played aright, for when Inuru and the men will know his mind and hearts as well as may be, and all his intent. Yet while the sons of men will after the passing of things of certainty join in the second music of Inuru, what Ilyvatar has devised for the elder, beyond the world's end, he has not revealed even to the Valar. Manwë will not descend from the mountain until the Daggerath, and the coming of the end, when Melkor returns. To the overthrow of Morgoth he sent his herald Onwë. To the defeat of Sauron would he not then send some lesser but mightier spirit of the angelic people? One coeval and equal, doubtless, with Sauron in their beginning, but not more. Olorin was his name, but of Olorin we shall never know more than he revealed in Gandalf. Now Varda took the light that issued from Telprion and was stored in Valinor, and she made stars newer and brighter. And many other of these ancient stars she gathered together and set to shine in the heavens of Arda. The greatest of these is Menachmacha, the swordsman of the sky. Varda gave him stars, and he bears them aloft, that the gods might know he watches. He has diamonds on his sword sheath, and this will grow red when he draws his sword at the great end. This, it is said, was the sign of Turin, who should come into the world, and a foreshadowing of the last battle that shall be the end of days. Gilfanon also prophesies concerning the great end, and of the wrecking of things, and of Éowyn, Tulkas, and Melkor, and the last fight on the plains of Valinor. But Morgoth himself, the Valar, thrust through the doors of night beyond the walls of the world into the timeless void, and a guard is set forever on those walls, and Erendil keeps a watch upon the ramparts of the sky, until he witnesses the last battle gathering upon the plains of Valinor. Melkor is thus now out of the world, but one day will find a way back, and the last great uproars will begin before the great end. During the tumults of the Second Age that afflicted Numenor, Pharazôn the king and the mortal warriors that had set foot upon the land of Aemon were buried under fallen hills, that it is said that they lie imprisoned in the caves of the Forgotten until the last battle and the day of doom. Thus spake Mandos in prophecy that the gods sat in judgment in Valinor, and the rumour of his words was whispered among all the elves of the west. When the world is old and the powers grow weary, then Morgoth, seeing that the god sleepeth, shall come back through the door of night, out of the timeless void. For 'tis said that ere the great end come, Melkor shall in some wise contrive a quarrel between the moon and sun, and Tilion shall seek to follow Erion through the gates. And when they are gone, the gates of both east and west shall be destroyed, and Erion and Tilion shall be lost, and he shall destroy the sun and moon. But Erendil shall descend upon him like a white and searing flame, and drive him from the airs. Then shall the last battle be gathered on the fields of Valinor. In that day Tulkas shall strive with Morgoth, and on his right hand shall be Eowyn, and on his left hand Turion, son of Hurin. Coming from the halls of Mandos and Melkor, and his drake shall curse the sword of Gurthan, and the black sword of Turion shall deal unto Morgoth his death and final end, and so shall the children of Hurien and all men be avenged. Thereafter shall earth be broken and remade, and the Cimmeril shall be recovered out of the sea, out of the earth, and out of the air. For Midian shall descend and surrender that flame which she hath had in keeping. Then Aenor shall take the 3 jewels and bear them to Yavanna, and she will break them, and with the fire rekindle the 2 trees, and a great light shall come forth. And the mountains of the Valinor shall be levelled, so that the light will go out over the whole world. In that light the gods will grow young again, and the elves awake, and all their dead will arise. And the purpose of Iluvatar will be fulfilled concerning them. But to men in that day the prophecy of Mandos does not speak, and no man it names save Turion only, and a place is given to him among the sons of the Valar. And as for the dwarves, their part shall be to serve Eor, and to aid him in the remaking of Arda after the great final battle. And with the sons of man they will join in new music again.